Hello friends, this video on waves part 2 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched part 1 before going ahead with part 2. Now we will look at the types of waves. Here we will basically talk about the types of waves which we come across in our day-to-day life. So whatever we see around us, they are all classified broadly into 3 categories. So what are they? Mechanical waves, electromagnetic waves, and matter waves. So I will discuss each of them in a bit detail, but here in this entire lesson, our focus will be on mechanical waves. So your syllabus prescribes you to study in detail about mechanical waves. Now you will also study about electromagnetic waves as well as matter waves, but in your higher classes. So now, but to get a feel of what are these 3 different types of waves, we will discuss each of them in detail. So let us first start with mechanical waves. So what do you remember when you hear the name mechanical waves? I mean, do you remember of something? The term mechanical reminds you of what? Mechanical comes from mechanics, right? What do you study in mechanics? We have already studied mechanics, right? The first few chapters, motion in a straight line, motion in 2 dimension and all those stuff, right? Newton's laws and things like that were covered in mechanics. So when I talk of mechanical waves, it has something to do with what we study in mechanics. So basically these waves are governed by Newton's laws. So that means these waves follow Newton's laws, Newton's first law, second law and third law. I don't think that I need to repeat what are the 3 Newton's laws. I mean, I have already covered them in the previous chapters and I think by now even you all are aware of them. So these waves are governed by all the Newton's laws of motion. Medium is needed for propagation of the wave. So mechanical waves needs a medium for their propagation. So medium is a must for mechanical waves to propagate. I have told you clearly, propagation of a wave means the transfer of energy of the wave. As I told you in the previous figure, propagation literally means basically, in a way you can say it is transfer or it is kind of the continuation of the wave. So for a wave to travel or for a wave to transfer energy from one part to another, so for the propagation of the wave, a medium has to be there if we are talking about mechanical waves. Now if you consider examples, you can think of water waves. So under water waves, you can think of both the waves which you see in the ocean as well as you can think of the ripples formed in a lake when you drop a stone into it. So both of them are water waves, just that they are 2 different types of water waves. Because when we talk of water waves in detail, there also you have 2 different types of water waves. Right, so I will not get into the detail of water waves right now, but here I would just like to mention that water waves is an example of a mechanical wave for which a medium is a must, medium is required for the wave to propagate, and also they are governed by Newton's laws. Similarly, you can think of sound waves. As I talk of sound waves, you can see a guitar and a music system getting displayed. That's because they are nothing but the best examples of sound waves. So for a sound wave to travel, also you need a medium. If you just want to prove for yourself that why do we really need a medium for sound waves, just try this out. If you have an alarm clock which gives some music, or if you have any such instrument which produces some sound, a doll or something which is provided with a battery and which gives some sound or something like that, try to put it in vacuum. You try to put it in an enclosed vessel inside which is completely vacuum, that is even air is not there inside that vessel. So if you put that object inside that enclosed chamber, you will see that when you are outside, you will not be able to hear the sound. That's because sound waves cannot travel in vacuum. Therefore, a medium is must for sound waves to travel. So water waves and sound waves are good examples of mechanical waves. However, in this now let us look at the second type of waves, that is electromagnetic waves. So as the name suggests, electromagnetic, that means it has something to do with electric and magnetic fields. You can see from the name, electro plus magnetic. So electric field and magnetic field. I mean, you must be worrying now, what is an electric field? What is a magnetic field? Not to worry, electromagnetic waves is something which you are not going to study in this lesson. It is basically reserved for your next year. That is, you will study about electromagnetic waves when you go to class 12, because in class 12 I'll also teach you what is an electric field, what is a magnetic field, and thereafter we will go ahead with electromagnetic waves. So as of now, you just know that electromagnetic waves are related to electric and magnetic fields. For these waves, medium is not needed for their propagation. So unlike mechanical waves, where medium is a must for the propagation of the wave, in electromagnetic waves, you really don't need a medium for wave propagation. So an electromagnetic wave, although it carries no mass, but does carry energy. So even though medium is not needed here and there is no transfer of mass from one point to another, but still transfer of energy takes place even here. So examples of electromagnetic waves will include your satellite systems, through which you are able to hear your radio, you are able to watch different channels on your television. Your mobile phones. I mean, do you see a wire being attached to your mobile phones through which your data is getting transferred or your calls are getting connected? Certainly not, right? So it is completely wireless. And also, when you speak over your mobile phone, I mean, how does the energy gets transferred from the source, that is from you, to somebody who is miles and miles away from you? So for a mobile phone to operate as well, you really don't need a medium to carry the electromagnetic waves. So similarly, your radio, your music player. So all these things, the traffic signals, the microwave, the X-rays. So all these things, the television remote, so such things are all examples of electromagnetic waves where you don't need a medium for the transfer or the propagation of wave. So under electromagnetic waves, you can think of your visible light, the ultrasound or the infrared rays, or all those rays fall under electromagnetic waves. So the important point to notice, electromagnetic waves do not need a medium to propagate. Mechanical waves need a medium to propagate, and mechanical waves are governed by Newton's laws. Now let us talk about matter waves. Matter waves, again, as the name suggests, the waves related to matter. And what is matter? Matter is anything we see around us. Now matter in turn consists of the smaller particles, that is electron, protons and neutrons, which are in turn again consists of smaller particles, right? So there are these matter waves are basically associated with moving electrons, protons, neutrons, even atoms and molecules. Right? So matter, inside matter you have molecules, inside molecules you have atoms, inside atoms you have protons, neutrons and electrons. So matter waves are associated with moving particles inside matter. So waves associated with moving electrons, protons, neutrons and other fundamental particles. It is an abstract concept. Basically, you cannot see matter waves in real life, because if let us suppose I have a book in my hand, can I anyway see, or can I even in any way view it with the help of any instrument, the waves in that book? Really not. That's because that book doesn't directly contain waves, or I really don't see a wave coming up from the book. But it is like the book again consists of molecules, which again consists of atoms, which again consists of smaller particles like electrons, protons, and neutrons. And these small particles are there is a wave associated with these small particles. So basically, the concept of matter wave is abstract. It is all theoretical, or it is all hypothetical concept. You don't just see it with your own eyes, but the concept exists at the same time, right? So matter waves is something which you are not going to study now. You will study it in your, as you go, you will see it in your higher studies. But examples of matter waves can be anything which you see around yourself, as I mentioned earlier as well. So this is somewhat the movement takes place, the wave nature, because you might be curious to know how does a wave travel, as you know that the electron moves in a circular path. So when you go to your higher studies, you will study about all these things as well, that an object can behave as a wave as well as a particle at the same time. Sounds weird, right? But as you go to your higher classes, you will study that, and even you will also study how does that hold true. I would not like to get into the detail of all those things and confuse you. So I just introduced you matter waves, and now I will go ahead and concentrate on all that which is there in your syllabus, or all that which are you supposed to study at this point of time. So that is nothing but mechanical waves. So we will go back and focus into mechanical. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.